what's going on? This is LL Cool J. Hustle Up DVD series is real. Make sure you don't hustle backwards. Make sure up is the right up. You know what I'm saying? And keep doing your thing, baby. Never give up. Keep your faith. One love. Anything's possible. Hustle up.
Okay, so.
Oh, all right. Oh, you want to
Yeah,
get
I
it?
wanna know.
All right. You can talk a little.
Yeah, let them know what you got going on. Are you working on a 12th album right now?
Yeah, I'm working on my 12th album, and it's a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? And just really sinking into it and enjoying myself and just trying to put something together that's enjoyable and brings the people together. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the vision. You know what I mean?
Now, producers wise, who you got?
A lot of different producers. Bink, has produced a real nice joint, uplifting joint, and been working with the Trackmasters. I've been working with Scott Storch, and working with quite a few different producers. You know what I'm saying? But it's not, I love all the producers I'm working with, and I want to share the project with them. But it's not about the producers. You know what I'm saying? It's about, a vision that's gonna bring the community together and bring the people together. And me and the producers have to play second fiddle to that vision in order for it to work.
Okay, now real brief, like how would you describe the music scene right now? Of course, you being the vet, the man that's
the music scene.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. It's a visually driven industry. It's probably, I would say, more about style and substance. And that's just what it is. That's not a judgment. That's just the truth of what's going on. It's more about style and substance. I'm not judging that, saying that's good or bad. That's what it is. It is a producer, chorus-dominated business. And rap is secondary to rap music.
Okay. Go ahead.
That's what I said.
You got one real quick.
All right. You being the very first artist signed to Def Jam, you know where I'm going with this. How you feel about Jay-Z taking over, LA taking over?
Oh, I think that's wonderful. See, one of the dangers in life and one of the things you have to be careful of is never to compare yourself with people. You have to understand that, you have a certain walk, and you have to move according to God's will in order for your life. And Jay-Z becoming president of Def Jam is just like Michael Jordan winning a championship to me. In other words, it's not what I was meant to do. I'm not Michael. You know what I mean? Jordan or Jackson or Tyson. You know what I mean? So you have to congratulate and be happy for people when they do things, if that's what he wanted to do. Me, I would never want to do that. It's not what I want to do, run Def Jam. I couldn't. The first time an artist came in the office complaining about his budget, I might throw up or something. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I want to go home and watch TV. I don't want to do that particular thing. Help people, yes. Give people opportunities, yes. But, I'm very happy for him. And, I've congratulated him. When he first got the job, we had a meeting and he talked to me about how he felt about it. I think it's great. Beautiful.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Now, of course, just real quick for like the newcomers. Of course,
Mhm.
you having the experience that you had. What can you say about the newcomers that's just now stepping into the scene right now?
In terms of what?
Like in terms of just like once they get that first check, you know what I mean?
Well, the check thing, and see, that's the thing. It's not how much you make; it's how much you spend. A lot of people talk about the money that's generated, but they don't say anything about the money that's spent. And you're gonna find that 20 years from now, this movie's gonna unfold. We'll all be much older, and you'll look different, and think different, and speak different, and you'll reflect on these days, and you'll realize how many fools there were in the rap industry. You'll realize it one day. You know what I'm saying? Me, I don't consider myself a wise man or a fool, but I try to walk with wisdom to the best of my ability. And, I think there's a lot of how much can I spend and a lot of how much can I trick, and that's not the reality. The reality is we have to be thinking about generational wealth and, planning for your future for real. And the way to plan for your future is to make sure that your now is appropriate and make sure you're taking the right steps now. When I get a check, I give 10% to the church, and I take the rest and bank it, pay my taxes, and invest my money. And I've been doing that for years. So that's why, but when you do that, when you behave in that manner, then you can be okay with different things happening in people's lives. Because when you preserve what you have and when you take care of what God gives you, then you don't have to be envious because you're all right. But when you twist yourself up, because you were super rapper for 4 years and you blow through all your money, then, you know, when someone else gets hot or gets a job, then you're tight. But you set yourself up for it. You don't want to set yourself up for it. Anything can happen to anybody, but don't hurt yourself on purpose. And when you run around and see how many Bentleys you can buy, and how many Phantoms you can buy, and how much jewelry you can put on your neck, you're hurting yourself on purpose. Now, I know that, you know, as a people, especially in the black community, you know, we want things, and we have a desire for certain things. But you know what? You have to be able to control your senses. Sometimes things just aren't good for you. A lot of things feel good that aren't good for you. Heroin feels good, but it's not good for you. But you really can't explain that to somebody on their first hit. You have to see the movie when it's over. So always when you look at lives and when you look at things unfolding, always remember that the movie's not over. You see things start, but how do they end? And I think that that's a very important part of this puzzle for me and for all of us. You know, I don't know how my movie's going to end. You don't know how your movie's going to end, but you try to write the script as you go along so that it ends in the right way.
Any upcoming movies?
I'm working on a lot of different projects. I got a few things here and there. Nothing really to talk about, but I do have some things I'm working on. I'm always working. I don't believe in being active. I believe in being productive. So if you don't see or hear me doing something, I am not idle. You know what I'm saying? And that's advice that I would give to anybody. And the main thing is just set your life up for the long run. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, it's not time to talk about that. No. I have a lot of different things, and at the right time I'll expose them to the world and talk about them. But I think for the most part, let's root for each other. Let's care about one another. You know what I'm saying? And let's watch the love spread around. You know what I'm saying? That's all right too. You know what I mean? I think that the stereotypical tough guy thing is probably the least needed thing in our communities. It's just something that it's just a defense mechanism. You grow up, you become 15, you want to be a tough guy because it just seems like an easy way to survive. But there's a better way. There's a better way for us to do this. And I'm not talking about being soft. I'm talking about having vision. I'm talking about seeing your life and being the architect of your own fortune. So, as far as the young boys coming in and all of the stuff that's going on, I really appreciate it, and I'm happy to see people living their dreams. But I would love to see people think about their futures a little bit more in this new gilded age. You know what I mean?
Any thoughts about politics? Running for politics?
Nah, politics are an interesting thing, but for me, politics is a rough game. I have a lot of friends who are politicians, and a lot of people that I eat with, hang out with, you know what I'm saying, and talk to. But at this point, it's not something that I'm interested in. Not for me. It's something that I'm interested in for our community, though, and who goes in office and why.